All right, let's see if we are live. And Joe says that we're waiting. Come on, baby. Here we go. We are live. A little late to getting live here. Sorry about that. I was just making sure I could be heard. But we are going live. It is Monday night air racing action at Atlanta this week. And the drivers are already going green. That is the 9 of Tristan Dobbs. Had a good practice before the race, qualified up at the pole. It was a 24 at JRC Indy who started in second. He's dropping just outside the top 5. Let the 88 go by to the inside. The 12 Mudweiser started third. He's still there in third. Bullseye up from 4th to 2nd. And Racing Freak from 5th on way on back down the field. He's with the 24, gets in out of the corner. Coming out of turn 2. Now we go back to the front with the 12 of Mudweiser, currently your leader. This is going to be a long one here. We're going half the distance. The original 500. So this is going to be a 50-lap stage 1. 9 drivers in the field tonight. And one of the notable names who isn't here is that of Sir Gillians, your points leader. Only ahead by 5 points. Is not available tonight. Massive playoff implications here, and I believe the 5th race of the season. Is that the 4th or 5th? But yes, huge playoff implications as Tristan Dobbs sits 4th in the point standings. And while they go single file right now, except for a couple positions in the back, that's the 22 of 19mm going to the inside of the 3 of JFK's Cranium. But we'll take a quick look here at the point standings. Mudweiser actually in second by 4. It's a 5-point difference between Tristan Dobbs in the 9 and that 12 of Mudweiser. So 5 points, 10 points separates first and third. Beyond that, nobody's really within a shot of 40 points of the top 3. So right now, oh, and there's a wreck, the 3! JFK's Cranium, heavy car impact. Hard into the outside wall. Oh no, heavy aero damage. That will require a pit. That will require him to come down pit road. He stays on the lead lap, though. We stay under green, as it was only a 1-car incident. No in-game caution, no manual caution. You see if there's a cross the line, they do not slow down. An unfortunate break to the 3 of JFK. Needed to have a good run. Unfortunately, won't be there to have it today. But it's still early, only lap 7. Now lap 8, actually. We cross to lap 9. Don't expect to see that 3-car be able to stay on the lead lap. The draft here at Atlanta also in effect. You'll be able to see these guys get the runs down the back straightaway, through the tri-oval. Be able to keep their momentum into the corners. Right now, the 9 of Tristan Dobbs and the 12 of Mudweiser have separated themselves from that 88 of JE and the 1 of Bullseye. They are starting to lose the ground. The 22, though, if we look at the 22 of 19, starting to reel these 2 in front of them. Saw the 12 get loose at a 2 and lose a car length or 2 off the back of the 9. And now the 1 of the 88 starting to really team up here. Starting to get the bump trap going. To be able to try and work themselves up to those that are in front and have no help, or aren't really so much helping each other at the moment. We saw some exciting racing last week with a 3 wide stage 1. We expect to see at the end. There is still 41 laps left. Question is, right now, can these drivers here in 3rd and 4th be able to close that gap to 1st and 2nd? Right now, Mudweiser doing everything in his power to try and keep with the 9. The 9 starting to break away. Tristan Dobbs has now opened it up to about a good 4 or 5 car lengths over the 12. And the 22, as you saw in the back there, has caught the 88 and the 1. 1-9. Now can these 3 work together to try and catch the 2 up at the front? See him hit the jumps going into turn 1. The old configuration. No, we see 1-9 looking to make moves here. Peeks to the inside. Elects to stay in line here. 1-9's the kind of guy, if he gets a run, he's going to take the run. That just means he's faster than you. And that car you see in the front, these drivers right here, that is the 3 of JFK's Cranium trying to get that car and limp it to the end of the stage. We are on lap 15. There you see him jump into the outside. He's going to ride the outside, give the leaders the inside line. Stay out of everybody's way. And allow them to pass on through. Not get in the way. And there is the 12. He is. Oh, and the 12 tries to clear himself of JFK's Cranium. Gets the 3 up into the wall at a 2. And what was already a rough start to his afternoon was not made easier. All right, now green flag pit stop's about to be underway here. We're about 2 to 3 laps. Out. Oh, and the 9 coming down. Here comes the 22 of 1-9 and 3 of JFK's Cranium. 9 and the 22 elect to come down. The 12 stays out. The 1 and the 88 had already come down. I had no idea. 24 was down. The 2 of Racing Freak coming down this time as well. Here comes the 12 of Mudweiser as he comes down to make his stop. The 1 of Bullseye and the 88 of JE. Around, where is the 9? Here he is. There's the 22 coming out. There behind them is the 1 and the 88. Gets by the 22 of 1-9. The 9 still slow on the backstretch. They have a chance to potentially close the gap. You see the 1 bumping the bumper of the 88. Trying to gain, a little bit of momentum down the back straightaway. We won't see these guys come down. Here's the 12. He's coming out. And look at all the ground he lost, waiting another lap. That one lap, look at all the ground. He was in second by maybe half a second, and now he's about 3/4 of a straightaway away from the 9 of 19. And there is the Tristan Dobbs. And there is the 22 of 19 behind the 12 of Mudweiser. 19 a late bloomer back in this series. Took the first couple weeks off. Now has a lot of ground to make up in the point standings. Because I believe he runs ninth. No, he runs 15th in the points right now. So definitely a lot of ground to make up with with the other series regulars. About 3 races at least under their belt. The 1 and the 88 trying to work together the best they can to get to the 9 of Tristan Dobbs. And we saw last week, Tristan Dobbs was a man on fire. And unfortunately, had some engine issues that took him out. And was unable to finish what was going to potentially be what was looking to shape up to be a victory. A walk-away victory for this 9 car. Running the Mountain Dew paint scheme today with a nice little racing stripe down the middle. And putting on yet another dominant performance here at Atlanta. With these long stages, fuel strategy is going to be one to look at. The 12 and the 22 look to regain some of the ground lost due to the green flag pit stops on the 1 and the 88, and I do believe they are closing in on those 2. If they are, because I don't have a time tracker to be able to track distance between the cars. But I think the gap between second and first is getting larger, and the gap between third and fourth is definitely getting smaller. JRC Indy in the 24. Just hoping to have a good run here. He's running in the 6th position here. Nice grayed out Exalta scheme, I should say. Nice gray with the awesome flames down the side. Just looking to keep that car in one piece today. Has had trouble last week with just keeping that thing going. Had electrical issues, then the car went down a cylinder, so did not even have full power. You saw it in that race from last week. And there you have it. Look at the ground gained. You can now almost make out the decals on the back of Bullseye in the 1. That's what is so good about these 2. 1-9, so consistent. And definitely one that a driver in this series that you want to work with, and that is why. Look at how much ground they've gained on the drivers in 2nd and 3rd. Zoom back out here. What are we going to see here? We're going to see 4 cars tandem here. Are we going to see the 12 and the 22 just try and skate by? You see the 12 peeking to the inside. I'm thinking that might be the move here. If these 2 were able to catch them as quick as they did, might not might not be the guys you want to be leading your train here, as that is what the 12 and the 22 do. Mudweiser and 1-9 will sneak to the inside. It's now 2 by 2 going into turn 3 here on lap 29. There you have it. The 12 of Mudweiser, the 22 of 1-9, able to get around JE and Bullseye. Those two will drop in line. We'll see what these four have for the 1-9 car. Oh, he's alone out front. Here comes the 22 of 1.9mm. He'll sneak to the inside of Mudweiser, who drifted up the track in turn 3, carried it to turn 4, allowing the 22 to skate by on the inside. Now here comes the 88 of JE Racing, looking to do the same thing. With that outside momentum, a little bit of draft, able to help the 12 stay alongside the 88. And Mudweiser just a little better. Turn 3, able to get by this 88 of JE. Good fun little battle there as we have 20 laps to go. We look back at the 9. We see the lap car of JFK's Cranium up ahead. And look at how far those drivers and those 4 drivers have gotten away from this 9. Look at the way the car just goes through the corners. So smooth through the middle. Right to the bottom. Holds that second lane. Drifts up just a little bit. And there's the 3 coming down to make his next green flag pit stop. He's going to come down a couple laps early. Here comes the 24 of JRC Indy down as well. That is the 8. The 8 of Boss of the Sauce. Running the Allsco scheme. But now, this time, should we see the 9 of Tristan Dobbs come down? He will this time by, and there you see the 12 of Mudweiser. Or the 22, no, that is the 12 of Mudweiser. The 22 of 1-9 came down on the last lap. He comes out now as the 2 of Racing Freak comes down. There is the now repaired 3 JFK's Cranium. He'll come by to get one of his laps back. I believe that puts him now 2 laps down. And it does put him 2 laps down. And now we try to find the 22. There's the 22 and the 1. There you see the 9 and the 12 up ahead. The 9 gains even more ground on pit road over the 12. There is no chance, I think, of the 1 being able to get anywhere near the 9 of Tristan Dobbs. Where did the 88 fall? The 88 has a long pit stop, and he is now well off of everyone else he was around. Oh my, the ground lost. Insurmountable from JE. He was with these 4 drivers in the front. Ooh, and 1-9 gives a shot to Bullseye. Had an incredible run going into turn 3. Just had nowhere to go. Now, gets back in line with the 1 of Bullseye. And now we'll peek to the inside, looking to take away second. That should be the last pit stop of stage number 1. Now it's just drivers looking to get to the end of the stage, and right now it is this 9 of Tristan Dobbs putting on a clinic. Running in the front right now as the 22 of 1-9 running in second. The 1 of Bullseye in third. The 12 of Mudweiser running in the 4th spot. I'm trying to see who is in 5th, but they are just too far back. I believe might be, no, I thought it was the boss of the sauce. I have no idea, the gap is just too great, but now look at this, the 12 of Mudweiser has rejoined the front. Goes to the lead. We'll do. We will ride on with our leader currently coming to lap number 41, giving 11 laps to go. No, sorry, this is lap, no, it is lap 41, I believe. We'll see, we'll go with it. But we will go this time. We will do a crank it up. Follow the 9 for a lap. Now as we're on lap 42. If you hear any noise banging currently, my cats are getting a bath. So they are not too happy at the moment. In the field right now, probably not too happy with the clinic being put on them. But that's why we have stage breaks. Try and get a little bit of closeness back in this race as we are now on 7 laps to go. Coming to 6 is the 9. We'll be coming across. Now the question is, what can anyone do under the yellow at the end of the stage, adjustments-wise, to be able to catch or even come close to that 9? We saw when they were in the draft, they were able to stay with them, but once they lost it, the 9 was gone. We've seen drivers throughout the field like 1-9 be able to work his way without the use of the draft, but trying to catch that 9 will be a tall order today. And with a race as long as this one, this is going to be a tall order for this field. Run through the field. Comes out 9 of Tristan Dobbs. He will be down 5 to go. Sorry, 4 to go. He'll be coming to 3 to go this time by. Sorry, I'm trying to do the math here. But the 12 still in hot pursuit of the 22. That is a point. That's sitting right in front of him. Not in the draft, but he just can't seem to close in on the 22 of 1-9. Now we come to 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go in stage number 1. For the 9 of Tristan Dobbs. Oh man, white flag is out. This is the last lap here at stage 1. And going into turn number 3, round out of turn 4 through the tri-oval. Tristan Dobbs is once again a stage winner. He takes stage 1. The 22 will finish in second, 1-9. Then Mudweiser and the 12 will come home in third. The 1 of Bullseye finish in fourth. It was JRC Indy in the 24. He is your 5th place car. JE Racing. He will come home. Or finish the stage in 6th. No, it was, yeah, JE Racing was actually 5th. JRC Indy was 6th. Oh my god, timing and scoring is confusing the crap out of me. Boss of the South 7th. Racing Freak in 8th, and JFK's Cranium rounds out the field. Oh, I had to take a giggle break there. I'm listening to my cat scream his head off for getting a bath. And look at what we have here. Some strategy going on. Or a bad pit stop by the 9. It's the 1 of Bullseye who will lead him to green. To start stage number 2. The 9 going to have to work his way through. Let's see how the 9 does in traffic. As he makes quick work of the 22. The 1 goes up high. And that allows the 9 to skirt right through. Oh, the 22 and the 1 make contact. Somehow everybody stays straight. The 1 hard into the outside wall. And now the 1 will come down to fix the damage caused by the crash. That might be enough to effectively end his day. Right now, the leader, once again, the 9 of Tristan Dobbs. But the 22 might just be able to snip his draft. And he can. You can see him close in, but when they go into turn 1, he's got the 9's draft on his nose right now. That's going to allow him to be able to stay with him, possibly even close up to him. Whoa, and I just saw on there, the 24 got into the wall out of turn 2. As now the field actually starting to catch up to the 9, or at least stay with them. They haven't dropped off yet. You see the 22, a little bit of a run through turns 1 and 2. The 9 had to drift up, let off, and that's going to allow the 22 to have a run out of 2. Be able to close in the gap that much more. Right now, it's seriously just a game of inches. with the draft. It's just enough to keep these guys in. And now the 22 is right there with the 9. He brought the 88 of JE and the 12 of Mudweiser with him. It's a 4-car lead pack right now. The draft's so important at a track here at Atlanta, and the 22 doesn't want to get by the 9 because as soon as the 9 gets any stretch of a lead, he could run away at any point. So he's going to let this stay in line. Work with him instead of against him. One wrong move and the 9 could be gone again. There you see the 2 of Racing Freak. He's riding in the 5th spot. JRC Indy is running in 6th, a lap down. Boss of the Sauce is running in 7th, also a lap down. Bullseye, 2 laps down in 8th. And JFK's Cranium 3 laps down in the 9th position. Only the top 5 are on the lead lap. Right now, the main focus is on these top 4. And JE Racing having yet another solid week in the Valvoline 88. Didn't have the run he wanted at the road course of the Glen, but had a good bounce back last week. Now looking to continue having that run. Oh, and the 3's around. Oh, and he collects the 8. Oh, is that enough to warrant a yellow? It is. 2-car incident. The 3 got loose at a 2, spun it back up the track, down the back straightaway, and came up into the 8 of Boss, who just absolutely shot off the side. Not the day the 3 of JFK's Cranium. Luckily, he does have that win at Daytona under his belt to start the season. Had a good race. Had a good second race. But unfortunately just has not had the finishes after the first 2 races to really kind of show for the effort. Right now the drivers will come down, make their pits under caution. We will see what they will be able to do. We will see if anybody else can leapfrog the 9. We saw the 1 be able to do it, but he's now currently 2 laps down. We will step aside as we wait for the race to go back green again. All the pit stops have been completed. All the drivers going 2 by 2. Waiting for all the guys who got the wave around to come by and get one of their laps back here. Once they rejoin the field here, which is perfect timing, we'll be able to get this one back underway. And right now it is just as they went down. The 9 in first, 22 second, 88 third, 12 fourth. As we hit the Geico restart zone, and we are green again. The 9 with a terrific launch on the inside. The 22 quick to get back down. The 1 comes around and makes it 3 wide into 1. The 1. Leave. Ooh, the 22 shoots wide through 2. Able to stay in it. And here comes the 88 at JE Racing. To the inside, tried to get underneath the 12 of Mudweiser, couldn't make it stick. And now the 22 is 19 millimeter. Gonna put the fight to the 9 again. He tries to close the gap. Took a peek to the outside, couldn't make a run at him. Trying to get a scope of who's back on the lead lap and who's not. I do not have a look at the running order. However, I can tell you who's in first to fourth. Right now, these two up at the front, 3 potentially, are breaking away from the field again. Can the 12 of Mudweiser stick with the 2 up at the front? That loose at a 2 might hurt him just a tad. But the 88 with a full hornet's nest behind him. He's got the 24 at JRC Indy. I believe is on the lead lap. Can't confirm nor deny at this point. I do know the top 4 definitely on lead lap. And the 2 of Racing Freak is also a lead lap driver. Wiley's remaining on the lead lap. But the 12 starting to lose that ground. Wasn't able to have solid laps. Kept getting loose on corner entry. Or corner exit, sorry. And just kept losing pace. Now it's just the 22 of 19 and the 9 of Tristan Dobbs. To continue to break away from this field. Now the rest. The 12 has fallen to the Hornet's Nest. The 88 of JE Racing on the back. Just about. The 12 of Mudweiser. The 9 loose. The 22 going to peek to the outside. He thinks better of it. He falls back in line with the 9. Saw an opportunity. Tried to take it. Look at the gap that these two have gained. Oh, it is a race amongst themselves at this point. Oh, and the 3 gets loose. The 2 had to take evasive maneuvers behind him to keep from wrecking. 3 going to run the high line. The 2 going to take to the inside. Drifts up.